Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're going to make homemade gingerbread caramel sauce. This fun and festive take on classic caramel sauce is sure to be a hit this holiday season. So let me show you guys how to make it. So we only need a few simple ingredients to make homemade gingerbread caramel sauce. And if you guys follow along, then you know I love making true caramel sauce. And that means we're going to start by dry burning the sugar. So I have 454 grams or 1 pound of cane sugar in this pot right here. Next, we want to have 113 grams of salted butter ready to go. And then we have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. You want to make sure that you have your butter and heavy whipping cream ready before we start dry burning the sugar. Don't worry about the spices because after the caramel is made, we're going to stir them in so that can sit for a moment while you grab the spices then. We're just going to need some cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. Or if you have a gingerbread spice mix that you like, you can totally use that in its place too. So just a couple tips on making caramel before we get started. Don't leave the caramel. Make sure you guys are standing over the pot the entire time so it doesn't burn. And make sure you guys are using a high heat spatula. This is key whenever making caramel because you don't want your spatula to burn, warp, or even worse, melt off into your caramel, which I have had happen before. So now it's time to put our sugar over medium heat. If you guys have a very powerful range like I do, or you're cooking on gas, you might want to be more towards low to medium. So once you put the sugar over low to medium heat, then we're just going to wait for the sugar to heat up. This will take a few minutes. You can stir around the sugar with a spatula just to ensure that it's heating up evenly. Continue to stir while the sugar is melting. We want to make sure all these sugar clumps melt completely and we have a complete liquid before adding in the butter. As soon as all the sugar is melted completely, then we're going to add in the butter. Be careful because steam will rise up. Be sure to be stirring the entire time when adding the butter. This will prevent the caramel from burning. As soon as the butter is completely melted, then it's time to add in the heavy whipping cream. Add the cream a little bit at a time. Because the cream is colder than the sugar mixture, steam will also rise up. Make sure you're stirring the entire time. Add in a little bit of cream, then add a little bit more, then a little bit more. The more cream you add, the easier it will be to add more cream. After you've added about half of the cream, it'll be easier to add it in all at one time. Stir to combine the cream completely. Then remove the caramel from the heat. Now once our caramel is done, we can let it sit for a moment and we can grab our spices. So I'm also going to trade out my spatula for a whisk because we're going to whisk in these gingerbread spices. So I'm using the 3 spices that I think make up the best gingerbread, which is just cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. If you guys have a favorite gingerbread spice mix, you can use that in place of all 3 of the spices. So now we're just going to add in our cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. Now we're just going to whisk this together until all the spices are completely combined into the caramel. So if you guys are new to making caramel, you can strain your caramel sauce, but this part is totally optional. I like to do it with the gingerbread caramel sauce because sometimes the ginger is hard to mix in really well because it can get kind of clumpy. So I don't want to get a big piece of ginger in the caramel sauce, so I'll always strain it whenever I'm making this one. And we should really have nothing in this strainer because that means that your sugar was completely melted. So if you didn't have completely melted sugar, you may have clumps in here. That's going to alter the consistency of the caramel sauce just a little bit. It'll still be delicious, but that's just a tip if you guys are new to making caramel. Now I also strained this right into my Pyrex because it has a spout. I'm actually making these as gifts this holiday season, so I'm going to be filling them with little jars. So the spout is perfect because it's going to make it so easy. So I'm going to show you guys what gifting supplies I'm using if you want to make this homemade gingerbread caramel sauce for gifts this holiday season. So I have these cute little glass jars that I'm using for my holiday gifts this year. And they came with some twine and a cute little name tag so I can write what it is. And then I just have some holiday ribbon. So now I'm just going to fill these little jars with our gingerbread caramel sauce. And if you guys aren't gifting and you're just making this for yourself, you can just pour it into a mason jar. You just want to make sure you store it in a glass jar with a lid. This homemade gingerbread caramel sauce will last for up to 2 weeks at room temperature and it'll last in the fridge for even longer. This is why I'm making this for holiday gifts this year because I can send it regular mail. I don't have to worry about overnight or anything like that if I were doing cookies, so it's a wonderful gift this holiday season. Now I'm just gonna write gingerbread caramel on these name tags so people know exactly what they're getting. Then I'm just gonna put the name tag inside a piece of twine, then I'm gonna tie the whole thing with a ribbon. And now we have amazing homemade Christmas gifts. And look at how cute these homemade gifts are. Everyone on your list is going to love this homemade gingerbread caramel sauce. You can use this homemade gingerbread caramel sauce anywhere that you would use traditional caramel sauce. Use it in coffee, hot chocolate, on top of pancakes, waffles, for cookies, in brownies. There are so many ways to enjoy it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment below. And if you want more Christmas recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen. Happy holidays from my kitchen to yours.